everybody, so this is my daily stand-up, which I'm going to call for the Stand Challenge. And I am committing to doing a daily recap, not very long, of how I'm feeling about this challenge. It launched yesterday, so yesterday was day one. So at the end of the day, moving forward, maybe I'll do day one, day two today, so that tomorrow we'll have day three. But today is day one challenge. Yesterday was the first live webinar and I'm going to go through a couple of things on the stand-up. Is saying thoughts on the meeting, what I'm working on, how I feel, and some results. So day one, obviously the meeting was always very motivational. It was crazy to see just thousands of people logging in. I think we're about north of 3,000 people in this challenge. And there's a daily, there's a ticker on there as well on the community board on how people are doing from a revenue standpoint. It was updated because I thought it was the current revenue. I think they were pulling full revenue of anyone who's been on the Stand platform since inception. So it was kind of scary to see how much money people have made and how I'll never probably crack the top 10, but there is a chance now because it got refreshed. So very motivational meeting. It was very much something that I needed, where if you're trying to create products for yourself, the hardest part for me is actually just getting started and executing and putting things out there when they're not perfect. And it's different when it's not your thing. I think that's where it gets most hung up for me from the entrepreneur creator side, is that you just have to put things out there because it is on you. And so I had gone in with specific ideas of the products I wanted to build, and I stayed up late last night building out a product that I know is going to be as useful as I believe it is for the clients that I've worked with. And a product that came out of the meeting that I wasn't even thinking about building, and on a whim, because there was a moment in the meeting where I don't know who it was, but someone mentioned and commented about that they're an older creator. Is it too late to get started? They're over 40, etc. And I'm 46, going on 47 next year. Or am I 47? I kind of forget at this point. But and then everyone started commenting that they were 40, 45, 50, 55, whatever. There were so many people that were sort of the next phase entrepreneur. And I found that really encouraging. And I had originally thought about building a community for a growth marketing collective for entrepreneurs, creators, anyone. But it inspired me to go on the Stand. And by the time the meeting was done, I put up a link saying, hey, screw it. I want to build a community for us who are over 40, who are thinking about building a business, thinking about being a creator. And so I think it would be such a valuable community to work with each other, keep each other accountable, learn from each other. So I had created it real quick, launched it out there. I called it Over the Hill Entrepreneurs. And before it logged off, I didn't know where it was going to go. I got one member out of it, which is great. I mean, that's a win for me. It may not be a win in the revenue bucket, but it is a win. And we're doing $5 a month subscription. I'm going to include a bunch of things that I'm learning and have learned through clients in this community. And I'm hoping it grows. And I hope I have the opportunity to share it with at least the creators and entrepreneurs in this Stand Challenge. But I think there's so much to learn from people that have had sort of scars in their career and life and can provide such a different perspective. And so it's called Over the Hill. It's a group. If you want to check it out, I'll do a different video on it for all the different products as they're launching. But that's the first one, Over the Hill. And late last night, I started to really flush out the content flow workshop and course that I really want to teach people. It's the framework that I've used for different clients and how to scale content strategy, content creation, and content distribution across all video channels using third-party tools. And I think it's gonna be great. I'm gonna promote the heck out of it, and that'll be the product number 2. And finally, the third product is something that I've always done with startups and entrepreneurs, and have done it more from an engagement standpoint, which is it's one-on-one coaching. But I typically go in as a dive in as as a consultant and execute. This is more 90 minutes with me to talk about, your business, how to scale in terms of content, the creation part. It's a more intimate product where we actually get to work together live versus learning from a video course. So that's number 3. And what was really encouraging to me is that there was a portion of the webinar where, hey, if you've got any idea, just put it out there. And doesn't matter if it makes sense for what you're doing today as a career, if it's a passion, you can sell a PDF, you can sell a presentation, you can sell anything you want. And so as an entrepreneur, I feel like I always have these different pieces of business that I always want to work on and things that I'm passionate about in different areas. And so one of those is around sports and sports performance and just the world of sports. And so the meeting yesterday really encouraged me to put up another link to a product that I've been wanting to sell and have sold, but I really haven't put a lot of energy into it that I wanted to or that I should. And it's this hat. It's the Golf Dad hat. And many of you know that I built this hat just because I'm a huge golf fan, a huge golfer, but I also am a dad, and I love teaching my kids that game. And I found a lot of joy doing that. And so it's a hat that I built out. It's on the store now too. People can buy it. I would love for you to buy the hat. And it's just really encouraging me to put things out there that may not make sense to a lot of people, or maybe just doesn't make sense to me, but not being afraid to put it out there and see what happens. And lastly, the last really takeaway was there's a sort of sub challenge for this week is to create a cringe video. I guess what that means is do something out of left field, something that is not even related to anything I'm doing, from marketing to even sports to whatever. And the subject of cooking came up, and I actually love to cook. I love to cook. I love to eat. And so this weekend, I'm gonna do a video around cooking, and it's gonna be around what I've been doing since COVID. And I believe that I have created probably one of the best Detroit style pizzas at home. And so I'm just gonna go through the recipe. Maybe I'll put the recipe up on the store. Maybe it's free, maybe it's for $1. We'll see what happens. But I think that's the video, that's the challenge. I'm gonna do that over the weekend. So look for a completely different video on cooking and pizza making. So I'm gonna do that. But that's sort of the challenge for me this week. That's the daily stand-up. I think that's pretty clever, to be honest. I promise it won't be this long, and I'm gonna do a much better job, try to get it as short as possible. But every day I'm gonna commit to giving a recap of how I feel, how we're going, and results. So day 1 results, $5. Super proud of that. Shout out to Dan who purchased a membership for Over the Hill. We're connecting on Friday. Who knows where that's gonna go? I'm excited to hear from him, to learn from him. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow.